I'm told of a story of some men in a part of this country called Kenya, that these men are moneyed, extremely liquid. Their net worth is in billions. But guess what? The kind of lifestyle they're living in semi-permanent structures.
I feel like it's a mindset. There are some people who want to look like the victim and they want to stay like the victim.
Their wives wake up every morning to go to the forest to fetch firewood, to come and light the firewood and make them tea.
Which is very unfortunate.
Some people are so miser and deprive themselves of even necessities, good meals, comfortable life for their wives.
The unfortunate part is that we don't want to make a different route for ourselves that suits the Muslim individuals.
You'll be shocked that we have a very high risk appetite, but it's misplaced.
Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to another episode of Islamically Correct, where we have honest conversation about faith, finance and life. I am your host Maya Ali, and in every episode we sit down with Muslim entrepreneurs, professionals and doers to hear their money story. Before we get into today's money, please don't forget to subscribe, like and share. And if you are listening to us on Spotify or wherever you get your audio, please don't forget to rate us there. And as usual, if you want to come or recommend someone, we always have a Google form in the description. You can always recommend someone and we'd love to have them. Today we are joined by Faisal Kassim, an entrepreneur, strategic communications profession, founder of Halal Hub Africa, A1 Events, Marketing, PR and Communication, and Sport Capital Africa, a man who has resigned from a stable job in 2023 to pursue entrepreneurship in full and has been building something meaningful ever since. Faisal, welcome to Islamically Correct.
Asante sana Maya. SubhanAllah, I was listening to that introduction. I'm like, who's that? Who is that girl? Yeah. But thank you so much. I'm honored to be here, and thank you so much for the invite.
Welcome.
Asante sana. This is a very important and platform that is extremely necessary, and I'm honored to be here. Asante sana. Thank you for the invite.
You're very welcome, and thank you also for honoring the invite. Let's dive deep into because I want to discuss so many things.
Sure.
Let's start with money perspective. The conversation we just had before the cameras started.
Interesting, Maya. So, growing up, coming from areas that are regarded as the ghettos, by the grace of Allah, we had very amazing parents who, their way of nurturing us and raising us into this world was always from a place of contentment. Walillah alhamd. We were not as comfortable with luxury of options, but by the grace of Allah, contentment was always on the forefront, because with the little we have, alhamdulillah, we had our own level of comfort, which was okay, perfectly fine. So growing up, interacting with different people from various backgrounds, and now fully fledged into business, meeting people, entrepreneurs, billionaires, multimillionaires, and startups as well, in equal measure, then made me to sit and think about this thing we call money. What is this money?
Yeah.
What is this money, Maya? And I could not help but go back to the first lesson in Islamic finance.
Hey, real quick, something is happening on the 10th of September and I just need to put it on your radar. It's called the Islamic Finance Forum and Dialogue. And the main reason I'm excited about it is because for the first time, all the right people are going to be in one room. Scholars, bankers, investors, and entrepreneurs. All talking about halal money, Sharia compliant product, and where Islamic finance is going in East Africa. I have been waiting for something like this for a very long time, and it's finally here. September 10th, Radisson Blue, Arboretum. All the details will be in the description. Okay, let's get back to the video.
When you enter a room of Islamic finance, I did what you call Thanawi. So Thanawi, we had some modules of Islamic finance. So the first lesson in Islamic finance is that all the wealth and all the money belongs to Allah.
100%.
So that basically forms the foundation of my perception about money, that all the wealth and all the money belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So then what happens is that now this money that we have, the millions and the billions that we have in your account, Maya, that is just but a tool.
Yeah.
And you are an agent. So different people relate to this tool in different ways. And how you relate to this tool then reflects on the kind of life you have with fellow agents. So there are people who are used to receiving. The hand is always at the
Below.
So they're used to receiving, even if they have everything they possibly could have, they have more than what they need, they will still want to get more and more and more, even from someone who has less. Right?
Yeah.
So these people, for lack of a better word in English, some of them are called misers. That they deprive even their own selves of things that they need, or if they got, then they would live a much better life. Why? Because they're used to receiving. So if you don't receive, if you don't get someone who's going to give you that, then you won't spend it on yourself. So this tool that we call money, you just want to keep it and keep it and keep it and say, I have money. Where is it? That's why you see a phrases people say, who ana pesa lakini hatuzioni. We do not even see the money in their lives. It has no impact even in their own lives. Right? I was telling you of a story of a man who was found to have collapsed on a road. So on the way rather. So this person was walking a certain distance, right? After riding on a public transport for X distance, but again now it remained a small distance that he rather walked. So he collapsed and he was found and he was taken to the hospital. So for payment to be done, he had to give some approvals to his account where he's saving his money. Only to be found he has millions of money that he could buy a car and hire a driver, or a car that would work for him even when he's still sleeping. An old man maskini. His money. He was known for having some few assets here and there. But again, he even deprived himself that kind of lifestyle. Why? Because tumezoea kuhustle. Let's continue hustling. I'm told of a story of some men in a part of this country called Kenya, that these men are moneyed, extremely liquid. So with this administration, as you know, they are so keen on maximizing revenue. So they have different moves and different policies around taxes. So these men got scared because every other time they wake up, they hear about taxes, and all these things. So they contracted a consultant. And one of the rules, one of the things that they had to clear with this consultant before he even started the job was that you will not tell anybody these things. So it's a group of men. Their net worth is in billions. Collective net worth is in billions. But guess what? The kind of lifestyle they're living in semi-permanent structures. Their wives wake up every morning to go to the forest, to fetch firewood, to come and light the firewood and make them tea. So these people, they have this tool called money, but they'd rather sit and see this money and look at this money and say, I have money. But again, how much of this tool are you going to spend on yourself and the people around you to have, quote unquote, a better life?
Yeah.
So money is just but a tool, and we are agents. And you've seen these agents, how they use this money, how they use this tool, the repercussions in their lives. Some people are so miser and deprive themselves of even necessities. Good shoes, good meals, comfortable life for their wives. I mean, for God's sake, your wife has been hustling since you're married in your 20s. You're in your 50s. You have the money. But again, you still subject her to go and fetch fire to come and make tea for you. I think that's unfair.
It is.
So the inverse, the opposite of that, is that Now, there are other agents who have this tool, know that this is just but a tool. They use it not just on themselves, but the people around them. So some of these people are the people that even Allah described in the Quran, say, وَيَثْرُونَ لَأَنفُسِهِمْ وَلَوْ كَانَ بِهِمْ خَصَاصَةٌ. That these people are actually given, if in some instances they need it more, but they're like, no, my sister there needs it more than I, or the other guy needs it, so I'm going to give. So these are the people that even the Prophet ﷺ described, that they have the upper hand, which is better than the lower hand, which is receiving. Yeah. So they always give and give and give, and they find joy in giving. They find joy in giving, Maya. Yeah. So these people, using these tools that Allah has gifted them, they keep on supporting people. They'll pay for someone's school fees. They will pay for someone's education. Yeah. They will pay for someone's medical fees. They will pay for someone's rent. They will always find an opportunity to give and give and give. Now, guess what happens when they keep on giving? Is that a community forms around them.
Yeah.
Because someone has given you something. Maya, if someone today sponsored your education, and then this person is in need of something, would you ever dare say no to this person?
It wouldn't even come to my mind.
Not just them. What about their children?
Yeah, you will continue to support.
So a community forms around these people. And a genuine community forms around these people. Because by you giving, by you supporting, by you helping this person who is in need, then humanly, naturally, then they feel obliged to also give back. 100%. Of course, you can forget the few people who always take advantage. But again, majorly and majority of times, most of the times, 9 out of 10 times, you'll find genuine people moving around you. Genuine people who are always there for you when you need them. Even when you don't need them, they're always there with you. They say, what do you want? What can I do for you? I may not be able to give you back money, but again, I can give you my time. I can give you my services. I'm an IT professional. What do you want in your company that I can do? And you find the quality of life around these people becomes better. In this world that we're living in right now, Maya, you will find some people misleading us and say that if you keep on giving and giving and giving, the day you run out, that even the people that you used to give will be the first one to bad mouth and say, huyu alikuwa na pesa hakutumia vizuri. Look at him now coming here to beg. The world we're living in right now, it is so individualistic, and people are focusing on what we call me, myself, and I culture, more than the communal culture.
Which is very unfortunate.
Extremely unfortunate, and that's why we have the kind of lifestyle that we're having right now, Maya.
Something I wanted to add on the people who are misers, I feel like it's a mindset. Some people are used to being poor and what being poor gives them. You look like the victim. There are some people who want to look like the victim, and they want to stay like the victim. To give us a little bit of a concept on that, there was a day we were driving. So I said, I've never been to the ghetto. So I was telling someone, and I was like, oh my God, people in the ghetto are suffering and all of that. And then there was someone who was telling me, no, they're not suffering. They are rich people who live in the ghetto.
Yeah.
They don't want to get out of the ghetto because that's the perception they have carried with them. And when you're talking about people who don't want to give their people, or they want to look poor, so that waonea huruma and they don't want to be seen, I feel like it's a mindset that some people don't want to get out of that.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. The victim mentality. The victim mentality and the receiver's mentality, that they always are the one to receive. Which actually grows to even entitlement. Sometimes someone has, we used to do food distribution. And at some point I used to be in the forefront in this food distribution, especially during Ramadan. And I stopped it. Because Maya, we would go into the ghettos, the ghetto that I've grown up in, and the people who are fighting for this food are some that I know.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I know you.
You're okay.
I know you can survive in 2 months without waking up a single day. You have houses that you collect rent from. I know you. The other person, like, boss, I know your kids have stable jobs. Like, even if you don't get this food, there is someone to take care of you. Like, this food is not meant for you. But again, sometimes this is the same community that raised you. These are the people who are around you. And you I'm shy enough not to tell them the truth on their faces. So I just rather avoid. I'd rather avoid. And that's how I stopped to be on the forefront of food distribution, especially during Ramadan. It's the poverty mentality. People who are used to receiving and receiving and receiving. People who are not content. People who are lazy, they don't want to wake up and go out and do something.
Yeah.
Some people who are misers even upon themselves. Of course, the hadith of the Prophet says that if someone comes to you and asks for help, even if they have a red camel, you give. That's true. That's factual. We are not disputing that. However, you as a person, if you know you are able, if you know you're capable, if you know you can afford, why would you still go and line up? If anything, you should be on the forefront of saying, let me give so that when I give, Allah is going to bless me and I'm going to have more.
Yeah. SubhanAllah.
Why not have that mentality? Why not have a proactive mentality?
Look for your own.
People are mostly defensive, Mariam.
Yeah.
And that's a wrong perception of money. Even in the hadith, the Prophet says, there is no day that sadaqah will finish your wealth. Whatever little you have, give, and Allah is going to reward you in tenfolds. Give it out. Give it out more and more and more.
Yeah.
So Maya, one of the things that I learned when I fully now fledged into the business world is I understood why businessmen are extremely generous. And more than anything, successful businessmen are extremely generous. It is not in my space to say and give out their name, but again, it's a very well-known brand in this town, actually. They have branches in Nairobi and Mombasa now. It's a popular restaurant.
Yeah.
Maya, this family, they have over 9 businesses in East Africa. Extremely good. Maya, this family feeds people. This family educates people.
Yes.
I know a friend who's an engineer and he had full scholarship from this family. And he's one amongst thousands who are being supported.
Yeah.
I know the person who heads this part of business in Kenya. I've met him. I've seen how this person gives in private. And one of their branches, Maya, can have sales up to 2 million shillings a day. Even when economies are bad, these people are still selling. When these people opened up their branches here, people used to queue to wait for spaces inside the restaurant to go and eat. Maya, the more you give, the more Allah blesses you. As we said, the foundation and the premise of money is that all money belongs to the Almighty,
100%.
to Allah. So He gives whomsoever He wants. So you help a person, you be that person's answered dua, and Allah's going to open up for you.
100%. SubhanAllah. Speaking of that, also, may Allah preserve. I have an uncle of mine, and I always used to wonder why he gives. Do you understand the meaning of giving?
Yeah.
He gives and gives and gives and gives. Like during Ramadan, that's the best time he waits, then to give zakatul mal.
Yes.
And he gives everybody. And there was a day I don't need money. Alhamdulillah, I'm comfortable. I was at his house.
Yeah.
And he's like, my other name is Sumaya. And then I was like, yes, uncle. And he just gave me money for no reason. He's just like, take it. And I used to wonder, he's very comfortable, subhanallah. And that's when I realized that when you give, Allah will give you in 10 folds and you will never understand.
100%.
Yeah.
In my line of events and marketing and PR, so I've emceed a couple of fundraisers, and Asmaya, I've been in a space, some old men in this town, the amount of money that these people give, and that's what I'm saying. I literally saw why entrepreneurs give a lot in charity. Why all these big companies, they have a foundation that they give in charity. This component of CSR, why some people, they have it, like intentionally, they really support this CSR component of their businesses. Because I witnessed someone walking inside that room when you're doing a fundraiser for a social or community project. They gave a check of a couple of millions, and when it was time for open fundraiser and people were pledging, the top pledge being 7 million, he was the second person to raise his hand. Like, I'm also pledging another money over and above what I gave. And this man is arguably one of the wealthiest men that is in this town that we know.
Subhanallah.
When economies, people are struggling, you can clearly see his family is rolling around with Range Rover Autobiography 2025. Rolling and moving around. So you can clearly see how comfortable these people are. So the more you give, the more Allah brings.
Subhanallah.
So that's my perception in terms of how you look at money and how this money as a tool can impact your life.
100%.
Right? Now, when you come to business and how we look at money, with time, I have come up with this sort of a theory on how you look at money. And this theory, I used it as a guide in terms of re-strategizing and repackaging my business. And I categorize money into two main categories. So one category, I call it blue money, and the other category, I call it white money. Right? So sometimes you can mix the two, but you can never grow to your peak with the two. You have to pick one that you grow with it to the peak, and then introduce the other one. There are levels where they interact. And depending on which category you want to play in, it will determine your level of success on the tables you sit in. Right? So let's start with the blue money. So blue money, I simply define blue money as trading. I come here, I say, Sumaya, I'm selling my glasses. I bought my glasses at, let's say, 10,000. I'm selling it to you at 15,000. I make my 15,000 profit. I'm done. So from the 5,000 profit, I go look for other money, go get new consignment, come sell more glasses, make my profit. Sell more, make more. Simple. Blue money. Trading. Sell an item. Sell a service. Get your money. It's simply trading. So that is blue money. Can you rise higher up in blue money? Yes. You can rise higher up in blue money. What's going to be your level of influence? You're going to have influence. You are going to have influence by all means. But again, to what extent? To the extent of the value you're bringing onto the table. The day we no longer need glasses and you need something else, all you have is just your money. The day we no longer need abaya, or we have a new type of abaya, and the abaya is out of stock, so if you don't catch up, then that's it for you. An example is Kodak cameras. Remember the Kodak cameras that we used to have? So Kodak cameras were extremely popular back then. Extremely popular back then. But again, when the digital era came, they refused to move with the speed with the rest of the world. How popular are the Kodak cameras today? Who even goes to buy a Kodak camera now?
Non-existent.
Right?
Yeah.
Yet, growing up, that was the it thing at that time. So, blue money is simply trading. Another thing that was very popular was Nokia phones.
Yeah, I remember.
Motorola's.
Yes.
Those were the things, man, those while growing up, man. So, with blue money, you have a lot in terms of catching up. You need to be in the game, and it basically involves a lot. For you to get to a level where you make money while sleeping with blue money, you need to get to a certain level, whereby you need to set systems and structures that are supporting your businesses, that you can even sleep when you don't have money. when you can even sleep and you still make money. Right? So that is blue money. And now let's come to white money. White money is the invincible money. It is the invincible money. Sometimes this invincible money can come from blue money, but again, when it gets to the white money level, it's a total different playbook. The white money, this is the money that you see their values and you read the values on the paper and on the books. Maya, what's your net worth? I let's say $1 billion net worth, $1 billion. But Maya, give me 100 million. No, we need to look. Give me time. How much do you need? I need 100 million. Okay, sir. Let's see into it. So, white money is the money that you cannot see, but you have the value. But even with that value, nothing stops you from doing anything. For example, Elon Musk today is one of the wealthiest persons on this earth. Wealthiest. But in terms of what? Shares, values, and all that. So even if he cannot give you, for example, $1 billion right now, and let's say he has a new idea of a new venture he wants to start, will it ever stop him from venturing into that? No. Because of the value and because of the name, he can always get almost anything that he wants in terms of money. Walks into a room and say, I have this new idea, fund this thing for me. So this white money has a lot of influence that we just have no idea. And the moment you play or you package your business within the white money spaces, then the amount of influence and the amount of inroads you'll make, in my opinion, it is way much more. Unfortunately, a lot of people from our community, that's the Muslim community we say, they look at money from the blue money perspective and not the white money perspective. That's why you'll rarely find even the wealthiest among us sitting in important discussions that push for policies or rather impact policies of our country and of our region. I'll give you an example. Aliko Dangote put up a refinery in Nigeria. How much did that thing worth? Did that thing cost him, the refinery? You know?
Yeah.
It's $20 billion. Did he have all that money in the beginning? No. All he had was $2 billion. Actually, no, so $4 billion. Two of which he wanted to buy Arsenal. So he stopped buying Arsenal and pumped that money into the oil refinery and some more money. And because of the name and the net worth that he has, he was able then to pull resources together that facilitated the setting up of the $20 billion oil refinery. That right now, it's currently worth around $40 or $50 billion. Has he made his money fully? I doubt.
Yeah.
But in terms of value on paper, 100%. As we speak right now, he's planning to set up another oil refinery in Kenya, Lamu. Costing almost around more or less the same figure, 20 to 25 billion USD. Does he have all the money? I doubt.
Yeah.
But because of the name and because of the worth, Maya, by the will of Allah, he's going to do it. He's going to make it. An interesting video that I watched a few months ago, he went to China with a delegation from Aliko Dangote, or the Dangote group. So introductions was moving around the room, sitting on the table with the president of China, Xi Jinping. So person would go, my name is so-and-so, and I'm the vice president of Dangote Refineries, okay? My name is so-and-so, I'm the CFO of Dangote Refineries, okay? My name is so-and-so, and I am the deputy head of operations of Dangote, da-da-da-da-da. People would move around and give introduction. And then you get to him and say, good morning, I'm Aliko Dangote.
Yeah.
The name is enough. It
Speaks for itself.
suffices.
Yeah.
Speaks for itself.
Yeah.
So when you talk about white money, this is the money that cannot put your finger on, but the value is out there speaking for itself. And this is the money that moves policies. This is the money that grants you access into rooms. This is the money that allows you to have serious conversations with people. This is the money that impacts lifestyles and lives of people.
And
the white
economy
money.
also. Yeah.
So there is blue money and there is white money. Can you make white money from blue money?
Yes.
100%. What's the example? Elon Musk. One of the things that he's doing, he's selling Starlink, the gadgets. So through trading of the blue money, it increases the value of this product, and even in the stocks exchange, the value then increases. So he says, I'm worth this much because one of my companies, it is worth X amount.
Yeah.
Make sense?
It makes sense. How, let's say, I speak for myself, if I want to get to the white money, how do I get to it? And can you get to white money without blue money?
Yes, depending on the mindset and what you're offering. What is your mindset and what are you offering? It's all about culture. It's all about how you look at money. It's all about what are you bringing into the game. Can you get into the white money before even forget the blue money? Yes. What service are you offering that these people need? What service are you offering that will make you access into this white money? Come up with a product. Say, this is the product that I'm having, and it's an intangible, but it has immense value that people need it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Let's say Netflix. What are they selling?
Entertainment.
How? Is there anything you're buying?
No.
They created a platform. And this platform, you pay
Every month.
every month to get to this space. So one of the ideas that I have, and I'm just going to say it here with you, and the viewers and even you can run away with it, whoever who is interested, right? So before Netflix, there was Hollywood, right? That really captured the entertainment scene. And that was one of the largest exports for Americas. The lifestyle. So we used to watch, if you watch the music videos, you want to dress like Lil Wayne, you want to talk like Batman, you want to move, some people want to move like Angelina Jolie, you know? Like, they're all selling a lifestyle. So what Netflix did, it came and it neutralized that entertainment scene and showed, hey guys, there is K-dramas, there are UK blockbusters, there are all these other spaces that are actually producing movies as well that you can entertain yourself with, you can enjoy. So Netflix is a platform that gives us entertainment from all over the world. But still, there are red tapes. Still, there are agendas that are pushing. We're Africans. We're sensitive. There are agendas that for us do not resonate, right?
Yep.
And Netflix, lately, they are pushing for those agendas.
Yes.
So for the conservative parents who still want entertainment for their kids, who has a platform in this world that is clean enough and they're having great tips towards ethics and morality? A platform that I can access podcasts and movies without agenda or with an agenda that I resonate with.
Yeah.
An agenda that resonates with my faith and an agenda that resonates with my Pan-Africanism nature. Is there such a platform?
No.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's one idea. And are there such contents? Yes.
Yeah, they are.
But is there one platform that brings all of them together? No. We're all still fighting in the same space. We want that recognition in that one platform or in those few platforms that are existing.
Yeah. The unfortunate part is that I think I had another guest and they were talking. The unfortunate thing is that, and I don't want to say Muslims, but unfortunately I would say that we don't want to make a difference route for ourselves, like come up with different ideas, different solutions that suit the Muslim individuals. Because sometimes we take routes because, oh, you opened a restaurant, I'm also opening a restaurant. You opened a studio, I'm also opening a studio. Why don't we think of other situation or other entertainment that Muslims can take advantage, which is ethical, supports our faith, but also it's going to entertain Muslims? It's very hard to find that. Another guest also talked about, why don't we have within ourselves like a Kenyan or a Muslim who opens a logistic company that connects the whole of Africa?
It's because we are lazy.
Yeah.
Number one.
Yeah.
Number one, we are lazy. And number two, our risk appetite is
minimum, zero to minimum, like minimum to zero. I don't know.
You'll be shocked that we have a very high risk appetite, but it's misplaced.
Yeah.
The risk appetite is there. It's high, but it is misplaced. You know why? You've opened this podcast today. When did you start?
February.
February 2026.
Yes.
How many podcasters have opened after you?
So many.
Why? Because we've seen Maya has done it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so I have this 10 million. Let me pump this money as well. Let me do it. Let me rival Maya. Let me see what we can do. Right?
Yeah.
How many matcha or cafe joints do we have? Who owns them?
Muslims.
Kilimani, Kileleshwa, Lavington, Westlands. How many are there?
So many.
Who owns them?
Muslims.
Our risk appetite is there, but they're extremely misplaced.
Yeah.
Extremely misplaced. Number one. Number two, we are lazy thinkers. We think of what you call brick and mortar. Brick and mortar business, Maya, is we've set up this studio, put, twende kazi. You don't have to think unconventional. Someone has moved into real estate, it's working, we all swam into real estate. Few years ago, it was Safaricom dealership. Do you know how many people in Safaricom dealership? You have no idea.
Yeah.
A lot of them. Now we moved from Safaricom dealership, we went into real estate. People swapped the real estate. Before that, it was oil distribution. Do you know how many are into that?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Wengi. So we are lazy thinkers. We don't want to set new directions. We don't want to think strategically and say, how do you open a path? We want to move into a path that has already been opened, see the opportunities in that, and then put in our risks there. Right now it's government contracts. How many people are positioning themselves for government contracts? How many?
So many.
With the amount of money you have, instead of lobbying and going all that to set yourself for government contracts, dude, start something. Start selling something. Import something. Come up with an idea. Until today, Safaricom has Fuliza, which is interest-based. No one has been able to offer a solution
That suits the Muslim individual.
Do you understand these opportunities?
I get you, yeah.
Until today, do you know who owns the most popular investment banking that is non-interest based, is Sharia compliant? A non-Muslim.
Yeah. SubhanAllah. Yeah, I was talking to someone the other day.
Yes. A non-Muslim saw the opportunity and opened the first investment bank that is Sharia compliant. Whereas the people who actually the consumers
didn't come up with, they didn't even think of it.
You know?
Yeah.
How many hospitals can you comfortably walk in and say these hospitals aligns with my morality and my ethics and what I believe in as an African Muslim? How many?
Almost zero.
We have one major private hospital. One major. The others are there. But they're a bit small. But a big one, proper one, facility with wards that are nice, only one.
Yeah.
How many have thought of opening a few others? One of the largest private hospitals that sometimes I go to, or I take my family to, go there, you look at the doctors, you look at the patients, And I was sitting with my friend, I'm like, when will you ever think about this? And their prices are exorbitant. But guess what? We're still queuing up there. Both day and night. Tuko pale, tumejazana. And what are entrepreneurs doing? Tunatafuta land ya kujenga nyumba. We have a lot of clients are willing to buy. Tuko nataka kuuza manyumba. How many projects walk around Kilimani and Kileleshwa? How many projects have stalled or are going on?
So many.
Ask who are the owners. Chinese, Somalis, Kikuyus. Especially Kilimani, it's majorly Chinese and Somalis. People are lazy thinkers. People don't want to take risks or don't want to place risks in other spaces that would potentially have bigger impact once it works. So that time as well is what people, they want a line that has already been opened for them.
The easy way out.
Easy way out. Fungo Alliance Somaya, we see podcasting work. Now let's go and also do podcasting. But how many people are willing to walk that lonely path, that rough path to open those doors?
Yeah.
Very few. The first Islamic bank that was opened in 2006. Do you know the struggle that some people went through? A group of people paid money from their own pocket, took officials from the CBK, took them to UK, Malaysia, and I don't know which other countries, took them round and said, please go, see how this thing is being regulated. Because the CBK, I'm told, they said, how do you regulate something you don't know? We have no idea about. They said, oh, really? You don't? Okay. Then people invested money from their pockets, took them around, say, go see, go benchmark, see how Islamic finance is being regulated. And then they come, and that's how we got the first certificate of Islamic regulation. We got our first bank, I think, in 2006. But the approval came in 2005. And right now we have over 20. Over all the big banks that you know, Sumaya, they have an Islamic window. One of the banks that rose to tier 2 or tier 1 bank is Syrian Bank. I was talking to one of the senior officials the other day. He told me, Faisal, it's interesting that you asked that question because we're actually launching an Islamic window this year. We're finalizing on the product. We're launching it this year. I'm like, wow, okay. In a period of time of 20 years, since it started 2006 to now 2026, all the big banks have those windows. So, all this I'm trying to say is that we are lazy thinkers. We do not want to take the risks. We do not want to do the job. We are waiting for other people to do the job for us, and then now we move into that space. Our risk appetite is very high, but in the wrong places. It is misplaced. That is my opinion.
Yeah.
And I have examples to show that is my opinion. Because I have directly and indirectly I've seen how much some people have spent in the wrong spaces, according to me. But they may have done their due diligence and they saw that's right. But in my opinion, that is the wrong investment. Wrong spaces. That money could have been invested in a better place with a higher impact.
Yeah. To just take you back to the Islamic finance and banking and all the investment, one question I have is that why is that there's no awareness about the services that they provide? If I'm being honest, most Muslim youths, let me speak for the youths, majority of them, they don't know where to put their money, where to invest their money. Although you will see there's a TSACO or there's a bank which was opened in 19 something, or they've been doing the service of Islamic banking or Sharia compliant for a very long time. But the youths have no knowledge of that they are providing that service. Why I say that is I have non-Muslim friends. They're always investing. They're the ones who are coming to tell me, I'm putting my money in a money market fund. At first I didn't know. And I was like, yeah, I can put my money also there. But then later on, when you Google and do ChatGPT and all of that, and then you realize, oh, it's not halal. And then you're like, do we have one like this for Muslims where we can put? I feel like there's no awareness where Muslims can put their money.
100%, Maya. And as a marketing practitioner, that's always my fight with all the marketing departments of these banks. And they can tell you, if you invite them here, they can tell you all the marketing departments, you know. So how they look at it is very different, and I really fight with them about it, right? So these marketing departments, of course, as a businessman, you really need to evaluate your risks, right? But also, at the same time, when we're talking about this risk appetite, you do your calculation, do your movement, and then you benchmark, and then you take the risk. So some people, I have discussions with them, and they say, you know what, you guys have not done well in terms of marketing because of two things. Number one, how you package the product and sell it to exclusively Muslims. You'll be shocked that one of the biggest fully fledged Islamic bank, over 30% of their clientele are actually non-Muslims.
Yes.
Because of how they sell the products.
Yes.
So I'm telling them, the lack of interest or like the Sharia compliant banking is not meant for Muslims only.
It's ethical. Anybody
It's ethical because interest is exploitative. So if you give the other side of the story, you'll be shocked how many people among the 60 million Kenyans will buy into that idea. So how you package this product, say this is Muslims only and all these things, that is a very big problem and a very big red flag. That's number one. Number two, their risk in investing in marketing is always a problem. They're like, pana, so what is the guaranteed ROI? What is the guaranteed ROI? So my question is, I always ask them, if you're opening a new branch, do you have a guaranteed ROI? No, but we've done our research and all that. Exactly. It's a risk, right? Similarly, marketing is a risk. All I can give is projections. All I can give you is numbers. But am I giving you guarantees? 100% no.
Yeah.
But are there chances of it working out? Yes. But you have to play for you to win. You cannot be on the terrace and then expect to be the top scorer. It's impossible. Until someone else comes and takes the risks and does it. You're like, we want something like that. Do it. But come on, you had the opportunity to be the first one. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes
so as a
sense.
marketing practitioner, I always have fights with them on that. Number three is in terms of their targets. So a lot of these people, a lot of these practitioners and bankers in these banks, sitting with them, in terms of their targets, they mostly, 7 out of 10 times, they target the businessmen, the commercial bankers. I'm like, this is good. This is amazing. You have some level of guarantee. Perfect. You have this, that's okay. But hey, what about retail bankers? I have a theory. It's my own theory. I may not have numbers, I may not have done research, I may not have dug deeper into books to ascertain this theory whether it's correct or not. But my theory is one of the things that really propelled Equity Bank to a tier 1 bank, it is through retail banking. And their model of inviting people into Equity Bank is Akwa member. I am a member.
Yes.
Targeting the small businessmen, the daily deposits, the withdrawals, the facilities, the employed people who want to progress.
Yes.
That Aqua member campaign that I remember growing up, we actually used to see those adverts. Aqua member, equities due, whatever number, this and this and this. So welcome, Karibu member. In messaging, that was very impactful and powerful.
Yeah.
Because now people felt this is a bank for us. This is not just a bank. This is a financial partner. It's a finance partner that I can travel this finance journey with. So most of these banks, they really focus on commercial banking because of the risks that are looking at the matter. But hey, what about retail banking? Talk to these small SMEs. Deal with them. Work with them. Employees. Let them open accounts. What products will you have for them? And you'll be shocked the amount of deposits you'll have. By just having simple products like tap to pay. Simple product, like you can allow people to have sometimes a guaranteed structured overdraft. Simple. But our people, as I said, they have the risks, which is good, but misplaced.
Yeah.
The risk appetite is there, but misplaced. You're willing to have 20 events in a year, inviting the same people with little conversion.
Yeah.
Vis-a-vis, you can have the same 20 events, but spread it out. Have commercial 10, retail 10. Sponsor some of these events intentionally, not just for brand visibility, but interact with these people. If you're sponsoring a marathon, what are you offering these marathoners?
Yeah.
You're sponsoring a walk, what are you offering these walkers? What is your messaging around it? How are you talking to these people? Right? So these banks have potential. Madam, in a record time, 20 years, you've seen how much this space has grown. And we are not there yet. We can grow further. If you are sitting here hosting Islamically Correct podcast, but you're still saying that these banks have not marketed enough, then what about the layman who's outside there?
The knowledge is non-existent. I'm telling you, like nobody knows. The gap is there's no knowledge, there's no awareness. Because I feel like when I started working was like when I was 20, and I wish I had where I can put my money. Hata kama ni 5,000, 10,000 on a monthly basis, and that money grows for me. You are giving me stability. You are telling me that if you put 5,000 every month for the next 50 years, by the time you retire, you're going to have stability. And it's Sharia compliant and it's halal. What do you think I'll do?
You'll be shocked the amount of products some of these banks have. You will be shocked, Maya. But our fight always becomes with the marketing budget. Oh, this one has to be approved. This one is not.
It takes forever.
Forever might decline.
Yes, they say no.
No, we don't have that marketing budget. Why? Because we cannot guarantee. Dude, you know, see this product, this ring, if you allow me, I'm not going to mention the name of the bank because they've not paid for marketing on this facility. But you see this product?
Yeah.
This is a tap-to-pay ring.
Yeah, I saw it.
Right?
Yeah.
So with this ring, I can tap and do my payment. The first bank to bring this thing in East Africa was one of these Sharia compliant banks. Months later, a tier 1 conventional bank brought it into the market. Few weeks ago, I went somewhere. I paid with this. I was like, hey, in here, banking. But no.
Different.
This is from Bank X and X. But oh, really? Which bank is that? But no, I've seen tap to pay with only this bank, tier 1 banking. But why? Because this bank are so modest about their product. They don't want to market it. They don't want to shout it. They don't want to be in the spaces available for people to see it, for them to be known as an industry leader, an innovator. But again, a different bank comes in later, and shouts about it, and actually becomes known for it now, more than the originator. Do you know what you're saying about you depositing your money on a monthly basis? The first Sharia compliant SACCO. You can save your money, and I don't know after, is it 3 or 6 months?
I think it's 6 months.
6 months, you can take a facility 3 times your saving. And their asset base is crazy, is big. But because of marketing budgets again, no, this one was not approved, so I was a punguza bei kidogo. But guys, you guys have amazing products. Can I help you package some of these things? But you know, your problem is you're expensive. But then tell me your budget. Then they give you a figure like, you paid for a rock and then expect the clouds. If you're paying for a rock, you'll get the rock.
Yeah.
And be satisfied with the rock. So my point, what I'm trying to say is that they may want this. They have amazing products for this market. They have a lot of things they can offer. A lot of things they have to offer. But they're not shouting about it. And I 1,000% agree with you. And it goes back to what I was saying, the risk appetite in terms of, can we risk this budgeting amount for marketing this year?
Yeah.
Let's try it. Let's fail.
Yeah.
And the most you're going to get out with the most you're going to get out with is we tried and it didn't work.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Yes, my.
Wow. There's so much I want us to discuss on that, but I want to get into the halal economy. Tell us a little bit about that, because also it was a new concept on me. I found I didn't know much about it. Yeah.
How much time do you have?
Yeah.
Yeah. Halal economy. Halal economy is big. Halal economy, we are talking about 7.2 trillion USD globally now.
Wow.
7.2 trillion USD global economy. And the halal economy is basically our day-to-day lives. What we consume, how we consume, what you wear, how you wear. I was reading some facts done by a Dubai firm around 4 months ago. When was Ramadan?
In March, April.
We are in July now.
July, yeah.
So it was around, it just slightly after Ramadan. Do you know how much the abaya economy is in the Gulf?
Yeah.
6 billion. 6 billion. That's the abaya economy alone, right? So when you're talking about the halal economy, you're talking about 7.2 trillion globally. And that is basically how we go about our financing, how we bank, how we develop, how we take our facilities, goes to how we consume, goes to how we do recreational, how we do leisure. Which hotels do you go to, right? How many hotels are today halal, right? Hotels. How many restaurants are halal, right? Investments, go to automobiles, right? Or automobiles. Go to them. How many do offer halal financing model, right? So the halal economy, it is extremely big. And in Kenya and in Africa in general, we have a lot of players, but they're a bit disintegrated. So that's the inspiration behind Halal Hub Africa. What you want to do is that we want to organize this industry, and for 2 reasons majorly. Number 1 is increase the market share of this industry locally. And number 2 is that we encourage investments in this economy. How do we increase the market share? I just gave you a small example that one of the banks that actually I think right now is a tier 2 bank, fully fledged Islamic bank, over 30% of their clientele are non-Muslims. Why? Because of the products they have sold, how they've packaged the product. So imagine all these 20 banks, both Sharia windows and fully fledged Islamic banking. Imagine all these banks, if we could help them to package the product correctly, then how many people then would want their services and would want to partake in their products? A lot. I know some people who have fully fledged halal hotels, but they do not go outside. They are packaging themselves as halal hotels. Why? Because the market response.
Yeah.
The misconception that halal is only for Muslims. There are very different things that, for example, make our restaurant halal. One of the main fundamental thing is, for example, the pork.
Yes.
This is something that across the scriptures has been forbidden. It's not only Muslims, right? So people really have no information about these things. And once we are able to demystify these misconceptions about halal, then we are definitely going to see an increase in market share. We are going to see increased number of, for example, people who are non-organic halal consumers who are non-Muslims say that, you know what, let me try this bank. The profit rate compared to the interest rate I'm getting in this other space is better. The risks that I'm getting here are better compared to the other space. So let me partake in this. Let me go sleep in this hotel. Why? Because they're clean, they are halal, they don't serve pork. So me and my family are safe.
Yeah.
Right? So we want to organize this space, and that's why if you check our website, halalhub.africa, we have listed all these players and spaces that are halal. So what's going to happen is that it's going to force the market the same way it forced the finance market, some players to gravitate towards Sharia compliance. So these other players in different markets as well, because we have now metrics to show their numbers, now they are also now going to push towards halal. I got, for example, a call last year, around August, a group was coming from South Africa. They have some activities in Westlands, and they were asking, is there a halal hotel in Westlands they can go and sleep in? I couldn't find any.
Yeah.
A 4 or 5 star halal hotel in Westlands that they could sleep in, I could not find any, Maya. 28 national parks, 24 national conservancies, 4 sanctuaries, none of them with a single halal cottage or hotel. I had a sit down with one of the biggest players in tourism sector and one of the first ones in tourism sector. He said, Faisal, if you knew how much we are losing, you'll be shocked, not from the Arab market, but from the Europe market. The Asians in Europe and in Asia itself. Do you know how much you are losing just because you don't have halal facilities in Kenya? It's crazy. It's crazy. So the whole idea is to organize this industry, organize the players so that we increase the market share. And number 2, now we encourage investments into this space. These parks, these conservancies, these sanctuaries, do they have spaces? And it goes back to the risk I was telling you. Some people, instead of building real estate, why not build a hotel inside these parks that are going to be halal? And you're going to attract now tourists. It's going to help the tourists, the halal tourism economy, and the tourism in general. And now that puts us into the white money spaces that I was talking about.
Yeah.
They're going to have rooms and push for policies and drive the agenda for this country as well. Does that make sense?
It makes sense. How do we demystify the myths and misconceptions specifically about the halal economy?
Wow. That's where my marketing comes in. So
Yeah.
how we demystify is through the players themselves. So when you're going outside there, for example, and putting or rather pitching to get someone to come and bank with you, for example, and you're selling profit-based facilities and not interest-based facilities. Now you need to lean more on what are the risks of profit compared to interest. One of the business models, or rather products, that Islamic or Sharia compliance banking offers is something called, I think it's musharaka.
Yes.
It's companionship in business, right? You want to buy a car, for example, for Uber business, right? So they'll buy the car for you, and then they sell it to you where you can pay in installments. In the event that you lose the car, then you both share the loss. Compared to an interest-based facility where you go get the same product and then you lose the car. So guess what? You have to pay the car even if you don't have the car. You still have to pay for that car.
Yeah.
So you see, this simple concept model, I believe it is so attractive to the business world that a lot of people then would prefer to go this Sharia compliant way compared to the interest way. With that model alone, how many people then are going to come to you? Growing up in Nairobi, we had 2 main places, amongst the many, but the places that were popular for cars were, for example, Hurlingham and Kiambu Road, that you'd go for hire purchase. A car that you could simply buy for 2 million, you'd end up paying up to 3.5 million. Why? Because you're buying it over a period of 48 months. Or even 52, right? Compared to now, a place to rival has become an authority in the space is Ngong Road, where a lot of people there, they're offering Sharia compliant models. They say the maximum we can give you is 24 months. Because beyond that, for me to still be in business, I'll have to charge you interest, and I'm not willing to go that route.
Yeah.
So if truly this thing was not working, would that space grow?
No.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Real estate financing model that you're talking about. Previously, real estate banks would construct, financial facilities would construct and sell homes, mortgages, right? At what? You say 8%, 5% interest, and all those things. But again, now we have this group of people that have come and say, we are selling to you this house at 0% interest. and this is the payment model that you have to pay. Again, if that model was not working, if those products were not working in terms of the physical product and the financing product, if it was not working, then we would not see these high rises in Kilimani, Kileleshwa, Lavington, and Westlands.
100%.
They wouldn't be there. So the fact that they rise every single day, it shows you that it's all about packaging. But again, now the most unfortunate thing is that we've limited this product to this community only. What if we open it up to other people? What if we do not sell it as a Muslim product? Sell it as a business product. That's where the secret is.
I know. I think if we start selling things as ethical lifestyle,
Yes.
everybody will join, because
Yeah.
ethical lifestyle is supporting everybody,
100%.
whether you're Muslim or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
100%.
I do get you.
Yeah.
Time is not on our side. I have a question that I want to ask you before we try and close.
Sure.
What does financial success mean to you as an individual with all the businesses you have, or as a businessman?
Wow. Financial success.
Yeah.
It's interesting because one thing I keep on telling my partners and my friends is that in this world we're chasing two things. Pepo na pesa, PP. Right? We're chasing
Yeah.
PP, pepo na pesa. We're chasing Jannah and money.
Yeah.
So the money should be a tool that should allow me and my dependents to be comfortable. And also, the same tool should use it, for lack of a better word, to buy my way into Jannah.
Yes.
Two things.
Yeah.
Only those.
Makes sense.
Imagine nothing else. So just to have a comfortable life with family that, you know, you can travel out, you can go wherever you want to go, however much you want to go, without having to stress about if I'm not around, things will not work. Right? That's number one. And then also the family to be comfortable. When someone
Yeah.
is unwell, you can always afford the medical care, you can always afford school fees. You can just cater for their lifestyle. Enough for me to eat every single day,
Yeah.
to sleep, and to be healthy with my family
Yeah.
and the people who are depending on me. And then after that, now you look at the larger community. That for me is way much more than success.
100%. Okay. For a young Muslim entrepreneur in Nairobi right now, sitting on ideas but afraid to move and is also waiting for the right time, what do you want them to hear from you today?
There's never a right time. There is never a right time. I told you my biggest regrets. Just before we
Yeah.
rolled the camera.
Yeah.
I told you one of my biggest regrets. And I used to suffer from a disease of perfectionism. I used to suffer from a disease that I would want something to 100% look correct
Yeah.
before you put your weight in it. You would cook. I would cook and cook and cook and cook. But again, I'll tell you two things. So number one, فَإِذَا أَزَمْتَ فَتَوَكَّلْ عَلَى اللَّهِ. You already have the dream, you have the vision, you have what
It takes.
you need to start. One. Number two, as a personal struggle right now, I'm struggling to move and to veer more towards what has been described as a farmer's mentality vis-a-vis a carpenter's mentality. Do you know about the two mentalities?
Not really.
Okay. So a carpenter's mentality, if today, Maya, you go to a carpenter with this stool, beautiful stool,
Yeah.
well carved, and tell the carpenter, I want a similar stool like this one. The carpenter will move around, will shop around with this tool in mind. That at the end of the day, I have something to deliver. And what I need to deliver is a replica of this tool. That's what I need. Right?
Yeah.
And the company will do everything it takes just to come up with a stool like this. So a carpenter is working with the end in mind. A farmer, on the other hand, is focusing on the process. You want to harvest. How much? Allahu Alam.
Yeah.
So what do you need to do? Ensure the time is right. ensure the soil is right, ensure you have water, right?
Yeah.
And ensure you have the right seeds to plant. And inshallah, maybe you have some securities in terms of finances, ya madawa na fertilizers through the farming process. Put your seed and tawakkal on Allah. The amount you will harvest is dependent on Allah. Sometimes you may end up not harvesting at all. But that's also because, as a Muslim, you need to understand and realize that the results are only in Allah's hands, and we can never control that. So, as a person, my struggle, that I don't want it to be your struggle, and the young Muslim business struggle, do not focus on the end game. Focus on the process. You have the vision, you have your aspiration, start the journey.
Yeah.
You are never in control of the outcome. It's only Allah who is in control of the outcome. He decides what He's going to give you. So you put your trust in Him, do what you need to do, leave the rest to Him.
100%. And sometimes even the vision you have, when you take the step, Allah gives you way better than what you envisioned.
Exactly. And that's the end game. That's the result. It's never in your hand.
Yeah.
You are never in control of that. And you can never be in control of that. You want to be so much in control of the result, that's how you end up being depressed.
Yes.
And you end up being anxious in the process. Why? Because you really want to achieve a particular thing. And you deprive yourself of happiness and the enjoyment of the process.
Subhanallah.
Right?
Yeah.
Enjoy the process, calm down, relax, take a day at a time, and know that Allah is in control. But do what you possibly and what you have to do in the process.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Your path and your doing is also very important. You taking the action is very important.
We extremely bana bana Mwenyezi Mungu ashatuandikia riziki yetu, haja gani ya kuhangaika? Kuhangaika wenda kufanya nini bana? Mungu ashakuandikia riziki yako.
Subhanallah.
Mbio hata paka yule ashaandikiwa riziki yake, wenda kufanya nini wewe? Mbona nijichokeshe?
Oh my God, I miss Mombasa.
You miss Mombasa. Yeah, those are my peeps, man.
Yes,
those
they
are
are.
my
But
people.
thank you so much for joining us today. I really had a good conversation. I enjoyed our conversation. I hope you did. Before we close, you can just tell people where they can find you.
Digital media, Faisal Kassim, through and through. My office is in town. Depends with what you want. Nataka job ama nataka. Unanipatia kazi ya marketing. Ama comms ama PR. Yeah, so digital media, I go by the name Faisal Kassim. I try as much as possible to reply to DMs.
Yes.
I try as much as possible to reply to DMs. So Faisal Kassim, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and which is X rather, and Facebook, through and through. Faisal Kassim,
You still here? Good. Just to remind you, on September 10th in Nairobi at Arboretum, the Islamic Finance Forum will be happening. Can you believe all the halal money conversation we've been having here will be part of the conversation that will be happening there? I don't know about you, but for me, I'm not gonna miss it. Link is in the description. Go get your ticket and see you there. Thank you so much once again for joining us. And thank you so much to everybody that stayed up until the very end of the episode. I really do appreciate you. As usual, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. And if you're listening to us on Spotify or wherever you get your audio, please don't forget to rate us there also. Until the next episode, much love, light, and blessings. Ma'assalam. Assalamu alaikum.